Hello, hello. How's it going? What's up? What's good? Play the lo-fi. Now. Cool. Hello. What is going on? How are we doing? Hello, hello. Wow, my frame rate tanks when I stream. That makes sense. Still upsetting. Feel better? I do. Bad news. I almost certainly have to skip Durin and Banyue. But I do feel better. Hello. But yeah, money's a problem. It's a pretty big problem. So there probably will be no Banyue. And I had to cancel a lot of the stuff that I bought. Slight issues. We persevere though. How's it going? What's up? A little bit. No monitor upgrade, statties. Hello. Bruh. My Eastern gear, I should probably look. That I should probably check. Really love Banyue talk. I've been going back and forth with a content creator off stream. They are not happy about 50k scores with Banyue. It's interesting. I'm looking at it. I understand why they're upset. They're upset specifically because he's not as good as Hari, but everyone's tanking. Bro. Is it an expectation for them to flick Clear? Yes. Should really check about Isha on this geared.
I'll protect you from any danger.
Isha.
I can help you ward off misfortune and disaster.
No. Not even close. The thing about Hari, it's really simple. She's a very good character. It's very hard to justify pulling her. She's a bit hard to actually, use in that way. She takes the same team as Ishan.
What brings you here this time?
Meaning if you're playing Hari, you're not playing Ishan. I feel the same way about both Banyue and Hari in this way. Asking players to pull a second Rupture DPS while Rupture is still being played is kind of an insane ask. It's really an insane ask and really greedy to tell players, yeah, we want you to pull another DPS for this team you're already playing that is still currently good. It's the same thing as pulling another stunner for Rupture. It just doesn't... It ultimately is kind of stupid. It's just really greedy. In my opinion, it's very greedy. Oh. Appreciate the option if someone didn't want East End. That is the thing, yeah. If you didn't pull East End, you have the option to get in on Rupture now. I kind of wish we were a little farther out from Ishan. Maybe like a full year. Banyue will be your only Rupture? Okay, that's fair then. If that's your goal, then you'll probably be very happy. Angel stun, it's probably going to be Anomaly. We're going to get like an Ether stun Anomaly agent. Zhao confirmed free? No, but Zhao is almost certainly free. Zhao is not confirmed free, but she is almost certainly free. It won't be confirmed till the live stream. So you're not going to get a strict confirmation. But we heavily expect her to be free. And all sources indicate that she is free. Feel free to read into that however you'd like. It's free, can you riot? I mean, you could try. You could definitely try. Ye Xiongguang would be very questionable if Zhao was not free. But she should get her first round of changes tonight. So we'll get to see that and hopefully look at it on stream. So we can look forward to that. Oh my god, Monotou's outfit is in the shop now.
Too bad. The blue bandages are kind of annoying, though.
Yes, all sources indicate Dialyn. She should be free, but again, we won't know until we know. But she's most likely free. Are we in a bad place? No. Dialyn isn't only for one character. If Dialyn were only for one character, then it would be more problematic. I don't know if we're in a bad place. Hello.
The morning air is like a soothing melody, truly unforgettable.
Hello. Kind of want to roll some puffer. I really shouldn't. I really shouldn't roll some puffer, but I kind of want to. It would be a bad idea. I'm not going to do it.
I'll be waiting for your next.
What set is Zhao going to use? She doesn't have one. Elbows or rip. 2-piece HP. What makes Banyue's kit complex? It's technically not. He has button strings you need to enter to access attacks. He has a complicated control scheme because he has more moves than other agents. In a kind of obnoxious way. The trial event is not here yet, so I can't demonstrate it. He's playable in the story. What's the Xiongguang set? It's currently crit rate, but it will probably change tonight. Keyword probably. She will accumulate positive review.
Let me give you a little treat. Like
Easy target. Perfect.
Dialyn, her M1 is similar. Kind of.
got one for complaints, got two for a chat.
Don't worry, everyone will get their share.
Trial Banyue. Trial Banyue is very confusing, to be fair.
Starlight, shine bright.
Trial Banyue is definitely very confusing. It's because they don't give you a tutorial. He's supposed to have a tutorial event when he is on banner. So hopefully it'll be easier to understand. But he's definitely complicated. I don't want to call him hard to play, but he's complicated. Because he is, believe it or not, Banyue is actually very straightforward to play. It is just that there's a lot of inputs. Total eyes. Total eyes. Look at that. Woo! Keep him complicated. He's kind of needlessly complicated because this is Zenless. I respect it. It's very bold. I like that they get to be very experimental with these, I guess, not as popular male characters just before the big update. I do appreciate that.
The ending is all too. I'm not opposed to working with you.
It's definitely a bit convoluted, and he definitely does not have a payoff, which is the thing that we get lots of shit for. Banyue, the same complaint does kind of apply to Banyue. I've been a bit cagey about it, because I don't want people getting riled up. Because, believe it or not, without me saying anything, I got riled up. Oh. Every day, people credit me with semi-bullshit percentages that I did not do directly. They were done on my sheet template, but not by me, and I have not made those statements. That's kind of a good example of how easily people get riled up about Banyue right now. Bruh. It's definitely pretty frustrating. Bruh. Oh, does he looks cool? Yeah. He does look cool. He looks very cool. People just like being angry. Might get worse when he releases. No, because when he releases, it's not hypothetical anymore.
Anything you'd like to buy?
Whether they're disappointed or not is another thing entirely, but at least it's not hypothetical. At least they actually have something to tangibly be angry about. I think that is at least more fair. They're either going to be content with, I don't know, 55K, or they're going to be upset it's not 60K. Or he's not going to 40K. He's not going to barely clear.
Since you're here, why not treat yourself to something?
It's kind of like Seed in that way. IP. If you DDoS someone because you got too mad at Bangaboo Auto Chess, I want you to please get help. There's really not much else you can do with an IP address. I sincerely would like you to get some help.
Hey there, having trouble deciding what to buy? I can always give you some tips.
They will probably fix that because it is technically a vulnerability. But it's not a major, technically not that big of a deal. But please do not DDoS someone because you got mad you lost at Bangaboo Auto Chess.
I have a feeling that your luck is out of this world today.
Please do not do that. But yeah, much like Seed, people are either going to be happy or they're going to be kind of bitchy and moany.
Did you get what you were looking for?
They've been doing a better job balancing. No, but they're trying. They're maybe trying, besides Dialyn. They're maybe trying. Keyword maybe. Furina DPS, yeah. We'll see. We'll also have to see how Yishengong comes out, especially tonight. We're probably not going to get major damage changes tonight. Probably not going to have damage changes tonight, but we'll at least know what direction they want to go, and they're probably going to change her mechanics in a pretty big way. Compare him to Miyavi, say he's good? True. Real true based. Real true based. How do you make moves, different moves actually useful? I mean, part of the difficulty with Banyue is it's unnecessarily complicated. He doesn't need 2 basic attack strings. Especially when you're not even comboing his basic attack strings together. They want you to feel like you're playing DMC without actually playing DMC. Where Banyue's entire kit is just linking special moves. He doesn't have like a traditional combo. He has a scripted combo. Yes. It's like the illusion of DMC. It's all the complication with none of the like creativity. It's why it's a little frustrating. It doesn't really have a Dante moveset, but they wanted to do it. It's kind of half-assed. I'll say it. It's kind of half-assed. I do appreciate how different it is, though. DMC mentioned, yes. Like, Banyue is clearly inspired by a Devil May Cry character. He's clearly. That's what they wanted to do. But obviously, this game doesn't have a jump button. Obviously, there is no jump button in Zenless Zone Zero. Unless. But currently, there's no jump button. So you can't really do full Devil May Cry stuff in this game. Yes, unless you're a Bangbu. They should have given Banyue the air step. Banyue should have had a launcher. I don't think Banyue's dumbed down. I think he's dumbed down just for the sake of the control scheme and the game mechanics. A reminder, they were not going to add a launcher to Banyue. Single character. The game systems just don't exactly exist for him to do all that stuff. They just don't. The game does not have those systems. I think he's doom posted too much. Yes. Yes, I do. Which is why I'm not super happy about being a little realistic with people. Which is... How do the controls for this thing work now? I have no idea how this works anymore. We still have gun. Yeah, I'm completely clueless. I'm also stuck in the corner. The special button doesn't do anything. It's a stop. It's a step. Weird. Press the space key to get out of the mech. Wait, what? They put that back in Banyue, guys? Ain't no way. ES bot. Go, ES, go. Wait, ES can fight now? Let's go. I actually really like the ES gameplay. I wish they'd make it a little more interesting. I want 6th Street to be a Mario Odyssey map for ES. Do you understand what I mean? I would like Mario Odyssey set on 6th Street. I don't think that's a big ask. I think this would be a great idea. Right, even if it's completely optional, I would still like it. Hugo issue. You can't really screw Banyue. He's just a character. The screw part of him is just that he's complicated, and most people aren't going to want to interact with him. I assure you, for everyone who thinks that the Banyue button prompts are entertaining and compelling, there are at least 5 people who don't want to bother with it. I promise. Bruh. Five is a low ball, maybe. What? The puzzle stumped me. Help! Oh, fire boxing gloves. Okay. Get him, use. Most people don't know what they're doing. Yeah, the story is a really, really terrible way to introduce Banyue, to be sure. They made a tutorial event. There is a tutorial event that's supposed to teach you how to play him. They didn't design one. Unfortunately, it wasn't part of the story. And it's not available right now. It probably should be, but whatever. So wait before he drops, yeah. Something like that. Wait! Come back! I need you! Get back in! Yes, the tag assist was the story mechanic. Okay, what now? This is the upgrade station. Is it? Are we sure? Okay, yes. Clear. Purpose Banyue. Eh. And we're gonna see those beta changes. Oh, that's good. Power punch. You two today? Yes. It's up now. What's today? It is 11:30. Yeah, I was talking about this earlier. I'm pretty sure I have to skip. I am like 99% sure I have to skip Banyue and Duran. That video doing well? It's doing okay. It could have done a lot worse. It's doing better than any Idhari video I made, on time. There was at least interest in Dialyn. Rug pull when? She will probably get rug pulled. in some way, they will do it. They will make characters not use ultimates, is most likely what's gonna happen. I am just gonna I'm gonna throw that out there, because I think it's pretty likely. Go, Banyue, go! Bang, boom, 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 boom. Not yet. Activate slow mode. Blorp. Faucet war. Apparently. Do we have stuff? Not yet. We're gonna get there. Calm down. Chill out. Calm down. We're gonna get there. Oh, we got one more. Okay, we got one more on us. It's not over. Wait, this Banyue event's kind of fun. This Banyue event's... Honestly, this is pretty fun. They kind of cooked. Sunbringer is in 2.5. Lorp. I heard about the IP address thing. Yes, if you DDoS someone over Banyue TFT, Please get help. I will be very upset if I find out you DDoSed someone over Banyue TFT. It's Claire Obscure Lo-Fi? Yes. Of course it is. We only do lo-fi remixes here. Bruh. Get him! Excellent work, Agent Eos. Pressure-sensitive elevator doesn't work. Oh no! You can still use her in simulated, what's it called? It's also still pretty useful for dailies. They showed off new stun rotations. They're very straightforward. Fair enough, I'll take it. I think it's kind of just a low-key video. Or it's a pretty low-key video. I think Yes Song Long Seed are gonna be good. Why don't we wait maybe like an hour? Maybe like why don't we wait an hour and I'll let you know. I'm sure at baseline or at minimum it will be fine. I'm sure. Boom, boom.
3, 2, 1, heavy strike. A blazing fist, swing, able.
Damn, look at this guy. Background dancer is so hype. He really is. Why are people so attached to Ye Xiongguang's second ult? I mean, I get it, but I really don't. It's like the same thing as people being upset that you couldn't use Skirk's ult, right? Or Skirk's burst. It looks cool. I guess. I think the other one looks cooler anyway. I do think the other one looks cooler anyway, I'm sorry. Now Carthea from Watering Plants works? Yeah, you need to pull that Chiakona character, she does no damage. I do know how she works. Glorp. Oh, this is back? Okay. We can do some splines. You still use Skirk Burst a lot, then you will still use Yes Xiongguang. You need C3. Classic. Classic need C3. Gotta love the need C3. Good angle. Okay, it's up. Is it? Yes. Okay, Xiao Zhao and Ye Xiongguang. Let's take a peek. What we got here? Ah, yes. Okay, we need to look at Chinese. Got it. Okay. I'd also actually like to look at Jiao Jiao. Oh. Okay. 5% up to 40,000. Yep. Okay, no changes. Okay. Hey, I think they buffed this or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's just which. Okay, this doesn't matter. No changes. Yeshongong. Put this over here. Let me look for mechanical stuff first, actually. Sword intent, 16. Attacks outside will slowly accumulate sword intent. With sword intent converted into terrain. Terrain will be consumed. After finishing move or entry move, she enters the sword-wielding form. Enemies are inflicted with Veil vulnerability. Damage dealt by Yeshongong to enemies will be calculated based on Veil vulnerability, and imbalance vulnerability will be disabled. The multiplier of Veil vulnerability is the same as the stun multiplier. It can stack with imbalance vulnerability boost, but it cannot exceed 110%. So they can't? So can it or not? So can it or not? Can it or not? God. Wait, there's a new Bang Boo? Wait, hold on. Really? Additional ability. Triggered when Yeshongong is in the team. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, my bad. Sorry, fam. I did not know you worked like that. Sorry, fam squad. Sorry, fam squad. Is it Bolian? No, this is Yaya. Apparently, I pulled the wrong Bang Boo. Apparently, I pulled... Bruh. Bruh. New Bang Boo. Yeah, yeah. Bruh. Attacks outside of sword wielding form. Accumulate sword intent. Stun, Veil, gain 3, convert into 3 stacks of terrain. What does terrain do? What is... each stack increasing damage by 20%, stacking 3 times. Yeah, Shlong Guang. Core text. Update. The max is still poorly defined. Can she use Dialyn stun bonus or not? Who knows? Anyway. Wait, what? Her ult is an EX special now? Wait, what? What? They real... What? What? Wait, what? What? She has an EX special tied to the ultimate button? What? Yeah. Shenglong now has an ultimate in her EX special skill. What? 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 Oh wow, her ultimate got slashed. Her ultimate got slashed. Oh my god, they cut it the fuck down. Wow, okay. Aw. What's her new M2? In sword-wielding form, each point of sword intent consumed grants 1 stack of harmony. Lasts until the end of sword-wielding form. During the activation of EX special, each time sword intent is consumed, harmony is consumed instead. What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? They moved the free ult. You always get the free ult now. Congratulations. Her M2 is now M0. You now get to see the Sky Slash. Congratulations, chat. Extra resource for EX special. I have to look at her EX special now. Yes, congratulations, chat. On entering combat, you will gain 6 points of sword intent. I'm just going to post this here. New Mindscapes. Yes, I am fully aware. Calm down. I'm going through everything. Calm down. I'm reading. Okay, what's up with this EX special? Special. Hold special. Cool. EX special. Here we go. EX. When in sword wielding form, hold special. Activate a rapid slash, continuously consume sword intent until it exhausted. If sword intent is insufficient or the hold is stopped, the move will end prematurely. You will not exit sword wielding form state during the activation. You are invincible during this move. Move is this? Sword wielding form flash. Okay. What about her basics? Oh, they all got nerfed. Oh, they all got nerfed pretty hard, didn't they? Yes. Yes. Damage multiplier without sword intent. Oh, Lamau. I bet Leaf is very upset. Yes, she needs sword intent to do damage now. Okay. What is sword in 10? It's her sword stacks. How do you get the sword in? Wait, does she still get the free crit rate? I should actually look for that. No. Oh. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. We lost the free crit rate. I think we lost the free crit rate. Hold. Consume sword intent. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Free crit rate from hold. Basic. Gone. Sword state. Basic attacks. Now have their damage change with that with whether or not yes Shenglong consumes or intent. Changes to sets? Not quite. Sword, stance, EX special, buffed. I think she's better. It's really hard to tell. It's really very hard to tell. I think you do just hold special. I think you. It's the same. It's not quite. Wait, what is this? After the second stage of normal, perform a downward slash. Releasing perform downward attack, dealing physical damage, and the enemy will consume 2 points of sword intent. Sheesh. 2? Yeah, this shit fucking sucks. Yeah, it's over. Yeah, this shit fucking GG's. GG. Wow, okay. That consumes 2? Really? Consumes 2? Damn. Alright then. Why is that bad? Because you only get, how many? When do you get now? 6. You only get 6. Because you only get 6. The engine, yeah. Well, the engine does not give 10% anymore. If you have sword intent, the third attack will be replaced, yeah. In sword wielding form, when you have sword wielding form, Normal attack, press the location. Sword, quick launch an aerial thing, whatever. Sword intent, perhaps special. Form consumes 1. Additional stack of heavenly power. Question. Is the sum multiplier gimmick 110 or 210? The world may never know. We don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Sure. I want to believe it's 210, but I don't know. I do not know. Do not know at all. Form a downward attack, dealing physical damage if you have sword intent. That's 1 stack of heavenly power. Is it just hold special to auto combo now? Is I think what I want to know. I think this is what I want to know. Continue, because it says it can continuously consume sword intent. It is insufficient, or the hold is stopped. The move will end prematurely. You will not exit sword wielding state during the activation. Yeah, I wonder. Bro, my beta guy is busy. Bro. No. That's fine. Wide range enemies will not exit. Evil. Exit sword wielding form. So there's no way to regen it. Attacks outside sword wielding form accumulate sword intent. Yep. Releasing an ultimate or entry, she will activate sword wielding at either veil. Last 16 seconds. While in sword wielding form, she will have powerful moves. Each point of sword intent consumed. Grants 1 stack of heavenly power. Heavenly power increases her damage bonus up to 60%. After exiting sword wielding form, these effects last for 20 seconds. Yeah, okay. Good news is crit rate is now a better stat. Bad news, we didn't get anything in return. You think it's 110 over base? I think that's insane. I don't think that's correct. I do not think that's correct at all. But who knows? Fail vulnerability, damage up by use on going to enemies. Fail. Okay. So let's start updating this. Let's start updating this. Okay. I don't need any of that anymore. You're confused? No more crit rate. No. The answer is no more. Failed duration 50 seconds instead of 40. That's actually a nerf. It's upsettingly a nerf. Pretty upsettingly, I think that's a nerf. But we'll figure it out. Does that make Dialyn gutted? No. You may not be paying attention. That's okay, though. We're going to get through it. We'll get through it. The entry move is now at 3025. Now 45294. Chains. Hey, your chain attack got buffed. Her chain attacks are actually worth using. Yeah, her chain attack is actually very good. Rich! If they fixed the multiplier resetting, her chain attacks are very good. They did really dramatically simplify the character. This is now. There's the EX special. Also, that does really nerf Brimstone. Brimstone's probably dead. One, her engine got buffed. Two, I think Brimstone's dead. There. I'm pretty sure. Steel Cushion lives? Yes, Steel Cushion lives. The Steel Cushion does live. Pretty cushy. What is normal attack sword form ultimate skill? If you have sword intent, press basic. Got it. Ignore that. Understood. I guess the real question... Well, let me update the engine as well. Our engine is now 20% red shred. % red shred. 20 damage bonus. 20. For pen? Yeah, no more pen. Pen present might be over. I have to get rid of the free crit rate because she doesn't get that anymore. 30%? No more. We actually need to build crit rate as a stat now. Unironically. Crit rate is now a stat she has to build. It is not free. There is no free crit rate. She actually does less damage. Oh, yeah. I think she technically does less. Hold on, give me a minute. I'm working on it still, but hear me out. Hear me. Hold up. Triggered when there's a supportive protection. Any teammate activating Ether Veil gains 3 points of sword intent. If you are already in the sword building form, it's converted into rain. How do I enter? Where's the entry attack? Where is the entry? Let's see. Entry. When you have 6 points of sword intent. Oh, we don't need Zhao anymore. You can just do it. Oh. Okay. That's interesting. Huh. That's very interesting. Yeah, when she has 6 points of sword intent, hold basic or switch in. You maybe don't need no Labubu. It's not as needed. It's still needed. You still get 3 sword intent. But it's not as much. Not as much. Hmm. Do Yeshengong entry skill additional. Gets 3 sword intent from Veil instead now. Keyword, it is a Wabkey Crush 80. I'm pretty sure it's 2 screw, right? I'm like semi-sure about that now. Maybe. No ugly la boo boo. It also means their whole basic attack is just straight up grief. Yeah, it's just straight up grief. Yeah, you never use the hold basic anymore. Because of this. You should never use her hold basic. Yeah, no penalty engine, no. Sword wielding form lasting 6 seconds while in the sword wielding form. She'll have more powerful moves, sword intent, gain power, increases damage. She still needs her multipliers increased. That is for sure. Unless she can use stun multiplier. Let me reread this one more time, because it probably works as written now instead of something else. While Ether Veil Exterminate Evil is active, enemies will be affected with Veil vulnerability. Damage dealt by Yeshengong to enemies will be calculated based on Veil vulnerability, and imbalance vulnerability will be disabled. The multiplier of Veil vulnerability is the same as that of imbalance vulnerability, and it can stack with the imbalance vulnerability boost. The multiplier of Veil vulnerability cannot exceed 110%. 110% of what? I don't fucking know. It's really frustrating. That's really frustrating. Does she get double stun multiplier? I wonder. I think she might get double stun multiplier. I'm pretty sure she gets double stun multiplier, question mark? Question mark. Question mark. I think Dialyn should just increase her damage outside of stun, and in stun she gets the stun multiplier, which goes up to the 110, maybe? Keyword, maybe. How I'm reading it? Calget, her damage is still low right now. Damage is still kind of low, but we're working on it. We are working on it. We're getting there, slowly but surely. What does it say in English? Curious. While Ether Veil Evil Slayer is active, enemies will be inflicted with Veil vulnerability. Stun damage multiplier becomes ineffective. If the enemy is not stunned, Veil vulnerability multiplier equals the enemy's initial stun damage multiplier. If the enemy is stunned, Veil vulnerability multiplier equals the enemy's stun damage multiplier. My God. Descriptions. If the enemy is stunned, Veil vulnerability multiplier equals the enemy's stun damage multiplier. Veil vulnerability multiplier cannot exceed 110%. I have to assume it's 110% at all times. I have to assume it's 110% at all times instead of 150% at all times. I have to assume this. I really have to assume it. As bizarre as it is, I think it's 110 instead of 100. Goes up with trigger. 135. I will let them check for me. Why would I go up with trigger? That is, it's base 100. If it's base 100, it's 0. It's 0. It's 100. If it's base 100, it would just be 0. Which would be very confusing. Which would be, at that point, there's no reason to have this as a mechanic. Let's assume it's 0. In that case, she does no damage. Dialyn, you don't see the multiplier out of stun. Okay. Now check in stun. 110 means 210. In stun, it's 180. with or without. Okay, so she does use stun now? Maybe? I think she means she uses stun multiplier. I think? I think she gets a flat 10%. Maybe. Keyword maybe. Keyword maybe. So the mechanic currently doesn't do anything. Question mark? They can't even explain how it works. They don't know how it works either. They don't know how it works. It's true. They don't know how it works either. It's 150% without Dialyn or trigger. What about outside stun? Can she use stun now? That is the question. Okay, so they still have the stupid bug where teammates drop it. Question mark. Question mark. They might still have the stupid. What the fuck? Are you sure? Are you sure? My God. Oh, I'm getting griefed. Oh, I'm being griefed. It's going up. Okay. She still has the bug. So she still has the bug. That makes teammate. Drop it. Noted. Try it without a teammate in and out of stun list. Okay, so no, she doesn't. It's always 150. Okay, it's still always 150. It's still... They didn't actually change it. They just changed the description. And the description's still wrong. Got it. Understood. Understood. I get it. They didn't actually fix it. So it's always 150, but stacks with Dialyn, so it can go up to 180. Yes. They sort of fixed it. Okay, yeah, Shilong and now use additional stun damage multiplier. Default is currently still 150% plus Dialyn equals 180%. Okay. Woo! Okay. Thank you. There we go. Dialyn is better now. That makes seed work better with her? No. No. Oh. Answer to your question is no. It's funny. She might actually do less damage now. she might. She may technically do less damage than she did before. Okay. That is what I needed. Any changes to the buffed characters? We're still looking at Yeshunglong. We're still going through this. You gotta have some patience. Gain one sword into. Dialyn interaction got fixed? Yes, the Dialyn interaction got fixed. Okay. Cool. Complicated. Very, very complicated. Her chain attacks are actually very good. I do want to mention that. Her chain attacks are very, very good. What's her M1 now? She literally doesn't have an M6. So I don't even know what if I should look at her mindscapes, but we're going to look at them anyway. Upon entering combat, you will gain 6 sword intent. In sword-wielding form, the heavenly power effect can be stacked up to 6 times. Each time you gain heavenly power, you will gain a 1 stack of heavenly power. This doubles her core. Okay, so that's a 60 damage bonus. M1. Okay. This is very good. That's very, very good. That's very, very, very good. Got it. M2. In sword wielding form, each point of sword intent consumed grants 1 stack of harmony, up to 6 stacks. Lasts until the end of sword wielding form. During EX special, each time sword intent is consumed. Okay, her basic attacks now require M2. Got it. Got it. That makes sense now. Okay. If you want to use her basic attacks, you need M2. Got it. That makes sense. I got it now. Okay. I understand. I understand. Okay. Yes, that makes sense. After entering sword form, the first activation of normal attack is converted into a chain attack. Nice. That's M4. And M6 doesn't exist, so we can't even look at it. We can quickly look at Ambi, see if they nerfed Ambi. Nope, Ambi's still 25 damage bonus. Soldier 11. I want to see your core conditional, or still no. Still no. Okay. Still no. Got it. No significant changes. A basic attack thing sounds weird. A little. A little bit. Okay. This may be wrong. Yeah, Shonggong. Sword form gameplay at M0 may be to hold X to consume all 6 sword and instead of consuming with basic attacks. Verification pending. After consuming all sword intent, you can either bail early with ult, with free ult, or stay in the basic attack. Cool. I think that's what's up. That is my reading. We'll see how it goes. Subject to change and verification. But this brimstone. I'm not gonna say that. I'm just gonna subject to change verification. Too many consumes 2, so yeah, no. Gain 1 additional heavenly power. Normal attack, sword wielding from ult. Sword intent in 1 additional. Okay. Okay. Okay, so you are technically less dependent on Zhao. If you squint. Keyword. If you squint. Okay. Full robot enjoyers can't have shit and pay that. True. Started in extra terrain. Sonic Astra is much better. Yeah, Sonic Astra's that much better. You probably still will use Zhao. But the fact is, you don't necessarily have to use the Labubu. And you know how upset people were about having to use the Labubu? Wait, also chat. Found out that they are selling the knockoff Legos on Amazon. I ordered the Bamboo shop, the 747, the convenience store. So we will be building that on stream when it gets here. When it gets here, we'll be doing that on stream. Lego stream returns. Are people upset about Labubu? I'll give you 3 guesses. I'll give you 3. I will give you 3 guesses. Zhao still worth? Zhao cannot be worth. She's free. There's nothing to pull. Oh my god. Zhao cannot be worth or not worth. You are forced to have her. Sorry. Can I get your dono? I don't have notifications on since I lost my Streamlabs. Oops. Yes, I did. I think. I'm pretty sure. Thank you very much. Yes, thank you very much. Imagine she's suddenly not free. Earth is in the team slot. The answer is probably. It's. The answer is probably. This seems to be the important part. I kind of don't like posting the whole wall of multiplier changes because they don't matter. If you're not using the same attacks, they don't matter. But whatever. On my consent. Okay. You can not claim her? I don't know if you can not claim her. I think they just give her to you. They might just give her to you. Be honest. Go, yes, go. I guess I should probably record a YouTube video. All things considered, my YouTube video didn't age very poorly, besides the Zhao thing. My day one is not going super poorly, because they fixed it, but I do have to mention that they fixed it. And it'll be a short video. Glorp. Yeah, you could just not log in, but if you don't log in, you can't pull your Sheng Wong. Reminder, you won't be able to pull Ye Sheng Wong either. So who's really losing? I guess Hoyo. You're not giving the money. Press claim. Star Rail doesn't give you the option anymore. Star Rail just gives you the character when you log in. That's why I mention it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have mentioned it. You do not have the option to not get free Archer and free Donhang. As long as you log in. On Zhao. Probably not. Probably. Zhao is just such an extension of Yeshongguang. There's no reason to make a video until Zhao releases, because we can just do one guide. It only has to be one video. It's build HP. This character does like no damage. TLDR. Build HP. Build HP, get buffs. She's got mechanics, they don't matter. They just straight up do not matter. They technically exist, but it's kind of like Lucia. Right? As far as I'm aware, Zhao does not matter. She'll do more damage now, though, so that's nice. They increase your multipliers. About energy, it really is just HP. Because her veil lasts 50 seconds now. They are not changing the fact that she only puts up veil 3 times per DA clear, which is very unfortunate. Been hearing Zhao is better Sokaku. You can try. You can certainly try. I'm not gonna call her better Sokaku, but you can certainly try. There's nothing wrong with giving it a good honest try. Where are we? Fallen Mecha Store. Fallen Mecha Stronghold. Oh, new location. Zhao's skill levels matter. If for her damage, which technically is non-zero, yes. Technically, some of them matter a little bit. Monthly revenue war. We already know Idhari was the lowest performing banner in Zenless. We actually already know this. We know Idhari is the biggest failure in Zenless. There's nothing to spoil. Sorry. But it is kind of a fact. Master status. Usable? She's usable now. She's now usable. Your wife? Fair enough. No, they got rid of that. They got rid of that. Now it's when she has 6 sword will and Zhao or Veil gives her 3. So you are technically less dependent on Zhao, but you probably still want to use Zhao. You know how that works? Yeah. Am I pulling Durin? I can't afford to. I'm broke. Can't afford to pull Durin, and I can't afford to pull Banyue. Sorry. Unironically, I don't think I can financially afford to do it. Pretty sure it is not an option for me. Sorry.
Welcome in.
Don't really know what else to say. Bit of a sub goal. Yeah. Monetize my audience. Ideally, people would sub more. Ideally, people would sub more. Member on YouTube, sub on Twitch, donate. No, my audience is not like that. You guys are very fickle. I do not get showered in attention. I get 1 sub per stream, 2 subs per stream, and that's it. It's not great. It's not great. It's definitely not great. Yo, Kuro 1, Cam 1, 5 gift subs. Thank you very much. You are truly the GOAT. It definitely helps me feel better. You are already a member. That's true. Annual puns. Like a sub goal. I don't like being obnoxious about it. I don't like begging, which is what I'm doing right now, but I don't like it. Another 5 gift subs. Thank you very much. Too ethical. Maybe. Bruh. Smash that like button. Subscribe. Tell your friends. Share the stream. Anyway. Ooh. Normal streamer activity? Yeah, that is normal. Believe it or not. Right person. Thank you very much for the prime. Anyway, yes, Shengguang. Let's get some notes together for YouTube video that we can crap out real quick. Okay. So what did they do? They killed Brimstone. Bucks for Banyue. They saved Steel Cushion. Steel Cushion is now better. They buffed her engine. Yeah, these all got to be green because these all got better. Cool. I have not recalced these. Should I recalc it? Angelo 5. Another. How many gift subs is this? 20 subs. Thank you. Angelo 5. Urocam. Fry Person. Nimus. Thank you very much. And Ace Star the Third. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, we have to recalc this. Calc this. We have to recalc these. Actually, we have to recalc everything. Everything has to get recalced. And Umdam 415. Seriously? Seriously? Didn't even work. Okay, we're back. Okay. Okay. Whew. Yeah. Cool. LMV's improved. Yeah, but that doesn't matter. Okay. Image, another 10 gift subs, and KVNF with the super chat. IP, do not DDoS anyone over Bangbu auto chess. I'm not sure. Zhao is HP. And Lunar03Y with the member. Thank you very much. Okay. Annual puns. Another 5 gift members. For thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. It really does mean a lot. But we gotta do YouTube stuff. Okay. Whew. Okay, so let me actually write down teams. New teams. Dialyn Zhao. Dialyn Astra. Dialyn Seed. Dialyn. Astra Zhao. Seed Zhao. Seed Astra. And Recon Knight with the member. Idhari is very likely the lowest selling banner in Zenless history, yes. I can't prove that, but based on interest and content creator views, Idhari is an all-time low. That is what I can tell you. Idhari is an all-time low in player interest. Dialyn, Seed Astra, Seed Zhao. Astra. Sales. I'm specifically talking about play engagement. So this is YouTube views, Google Trends. This is stuff I value much more than revenue reports because it's much more of a science. It's really dislike. She uses different attacks now. The wall of changes, or the wall of multiplier changes, doesn't matter. The wall of... Here's the thing. The wall of multiplier changes is entirely irrelevant. Whatever. Or how to make friends. Seed Jow, agenda. It's not really an agenda. It's kind of true. Yeah. Cool. And when Dialyn rivals lighter. It's called a joke, people. I lost an egg. Wait. Oh no. Wait. Uh-oh, I gotta delete some of these. Support or defense. Damn it. Damn it! Damn it. Wait, it doesn't matter! Wait, it doesn't matter. Never mind. No, we're good. Who cares? Who cares? Woo! Good. We can't. No, we're good. We don't need to delete that. Woo! Okay, let me actually write this out. Gameplay. Basic attack, outside. State. Hold, basic. Literally, garbage. Never use it. Hold, basic, or swap in with 6 sword intent to enter sword stance or ultimate. In sword stance, hold EX until gauge. Empty. In sword stance at M0. Hold EX, oh, hold special, till gauge empty. Bail early with ultimate, or use basic attacks. Or use basic attacks to Art of Kuma with another 5 gift members. I'm not missing that. Basic attacks to fill time. Happy holiday. This is what I'm thankful for. Hey, play the lo-fi again. Okay. Basically, the one where she does cross slashes? Yeah, it's literally worthless now. Yeah, it's literally worthless now. Don't use it. Teammate Veil gives 3 sword intent. Asterisk. Outside state plus EX. To accumulate sword intent. Really? Go. Really garbage, never use it. Yeah. Mindscapes. Doubles core bonus 50%, 120%. Enter combat with 6 sword intent. It's M1. M2. New rotation. Basic. 1 through 4. New rotation in stance. Basic. Consume 6 intent. Then hold. Then hold. Special. Plus ultimate. Cool. Cool. New Shonglong TLDR. As I currently understand it. As I currently understand. Okay, so this is actually the kit now. She's much simpler. Cool. Cool. Mutations, hold basic, and some sword intent. Let's push plus ultimate. Yeah. How do I make this long enough to make a YouTube video? How do I? Crit rate. Passive. Gone. Let me do a changes. TLDR as well. Crit rate. Passive. Gone. Steel cushion up. Brimstone minus. Jow not as necessary. Dialyn stun multiplier. Interaction fixed. Teammate attacks. Still reduce it for some reason. Bug. Engine buffed. S rank. Engine plus. Brimstone minus? Yeah, she doesn't do basic attacks anymore. Yeah, she is. Rotation simplified. M2 now free. Or previous M2. Fact. Basically free. Cool. They nerfed Soldier 11 again? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you freaking Come on. Come on. Really? Come on. Come on. Bruh. Hold on. All right. Yes, Shanguang changes TLDR. You did. No. What changed? Without the specifics. Cool. Yeah. This is no longer needed. Cool. Oh, I was taking it. I told you guys about my conversation on name, where they were very frustrated about not getting kills with Banyue. I've already spoken about this. I'm not gonna keep harping on it. He's not bad, but like, I understand being upset that he is potentially worse than Nidhogg. Like, I get it. Not like, he's not that bad though. He's not that bad though. Whatever. It's like Seed all over again. It is literally like Seed all over again. Whatever. Hugo? No. I was never a fan of Hugo. I do defend Seed. I am a Seed defender. Unironically, I am a Seed defender. I don't think so. See, I don't think Soldier 11 actually got nerfed, but whatever. Better than Evelyn. You know what? I want to take a moment to vent. You all gave me so much shit in 1.5 for saying, yeah, this Evelyn character is just as good as Miyabi. I feel in retrospect, I was 100% correct, and you all can go fuck yourselves. In retrospect, I feel 100% justified in this. To be honest, its character has received 0 changes since 1.5, and she's still pretty good. She's not like the best, but she's still pretty good. She's still pretty good. To the point where people are trying to compare the new limited to her. That's all I have to say. She didn't need a potential unlock like Anby. She did 2 potential unlocks like Anby. Bruh. I don't think that was a good take. No, I completely disagree. Bruh. She's still fine. Evelyn is aggressively okay. She's not incredible, but neither is Miyabi. Bruh. Their inflating HP isn't good enough. Yeah, I know. That's not the point. I'm speaking in retrospect.
Asset confirmed.
You know, in the same period of time, Ellen was aggressively dog shit. Jane also became semi-aggressively dog shit. Same for Haramasa. That's all I have to say. Anyway. And Hugo, yes, and Hugo people, they pull them too. They're chilling at least. They're having fun with them. Let them have their fun. They're enjoying their M2. They're enjoying their M2 right now. They don't need to be beaten up. We did our Hugo venting when we did the free-to-play account. Because, oh my god, he's so bad on the thrall. Oh my god, it's insane. It's insane how hard it was. It's insane. Oh my god, it's insane how hard the thrall was. We're not talking about this right now. We just did this. We literally just did this. What are the odds that Banyue turns out like Hugo? I think the major difference is it's much harder to disable Banyue from doing damage. That being said, you can complain about damage output if you want. I semi-empower you to, but that's like complaining about Seed. He still has 30% crit rate. They forgot to remove it when using her EX special. Oh. Okay. EX special. Breaking. %30 crit rate. Actually. Moved to EX special. Description. Not yet updated. In any language. Leafa. Cool. She still has the 30 crit rate. Okay, we got that back. Hold on. Cool. That or I'm blind. Discord break their inbox? Better to end early. Yeah. Cool. Nailed it. Nailed it. Hold the X is correct. You get to watch a movie. You get to eat a snack while you're playing Yes Shongong. You get to eat a snack. New gameplay. Hold special. Eat a snack. Character plays herself. What an insane choice. What an insane... Whatever. Autoplay in Zenless. Oh, that also means she got significantly buffed, by the way. Cool. That's why they give Banyue the complex gameplay. Yeah. Cool. One day they'll make a character who turns the game into turn-based. I mean, it's kind of what this is. That's her optimal like rotation is hold basic. This is hold basic the character. Or not hold basic, hold special. She's hold special and then ultimate now. She's hold special. Her damage is like technically fixed. There's no skill expression here. She plays herself. This is the actual easiest character in the game to play. She also doesn't even use stun states. So her damage is just always the same. Yeah, this character has literally zero skill expression. Cool. You always do the damage. People are gonna love this character. People are gonna love it. Or they're gonna think she's boring. One or the other. Think Miyabi is brain dead? You're insane. Miyabi is not even debatably the hardest character to play in the game. You're insane. Bruh. Miyabi is super easy. Then you're not playing Miyabi. I'm sorry, then you're not playing Miyabi. Non-Miyabi Mono Ice is easy, sort of. You ever tried Crit Yuzoha? Full based. Full base. So yeah, this character has zero skill expression now. Cool. Yeah. How do I make this a 10-minute video? How do I make this a... I press all the buttons on. I guarantee you this change is a response to Banyue. People not, or some testers not enjoying Banyue. I'm willing to guarantee you. This has to be a response to people not liking Banyue. Second ult, it's free. You get it for free. You get it for free. Not a DPS loss. You get it for free now. Talk about the disc set changes. It's gonna be very easy. Calculation has crashed. Can't check. There aren't any. Drive just says unchanged. Guang has one team. She has Dialyn. He has Dialyn. That's a team. Complete opposite of Banyue. Yes, they made the complete opposite of Banyue. Just straight up complete opposite of Banyue. Say when we talk about how it's lore, spend 5 minutes talking about Seed. Spend 5 minutes complaining about them nerfing Brimstone. Bruh. Is it 8 minutes? Yes, it has to be 8. How do I make an 8-minute video talking about this? Because this is what's really... This is all that they simplified her. Okay. I got this. I got this. All right, ready? Batters, we are so back. Yes, Shongong has been buffed by over 30%. That's right. In addition to this, they also dramatically simplified her gameplay and made some changes. So let's talk about what's changed, and then we'll talk about what her gameplay looks like. So I have a TLDR for the changes. They moved her crit rate passive to her EX special. What does this mean? It means you don't hold the basic. Hold the basic, gone. Her rotation in Sword Stance has been dramatically simplified. Previously, there was a combo where you alternated pressing basic and special. No, that's gone. We don't do that here anymore. New combo. Hold special. Press ultimate. Boom! Profit. We have anti-Banyue. Congratulations. They have made the complete inverse of Banyue. Also, they gave you a reason to use the alternate ultimate. The thing that everyone wanted. You can now press ultimate in Sword Stance. And it's free. What does this mean? Every time you enter Sword Stance, she can bail on Sword Stance by pressing ultimate. This is a finisher. I don't know if it plays the Sky Slash animation, but it might. Additionally, they moved the sword intent cap from 4 to 6. Because we are now holding special, they have dramatically nerfed Brimstone. But they also made her S rank engine better. It gives less damage bonus, but it now gives 20% red shred instead of 15% pen. That engine buffed. Another really, really big change is entering the Sword Stance just requires having 6 sword intent, which is generated from her EX special, her basic attacks, and teammates opening the veil. When you have 6 sword intent, You can hold basic, or you can use a quick assist to enter the sword stance. Now, notice how there are ways to enter the sword stance that are not using your ultimate, that do not require using a teammate Ether Veil. You are technically less dependent on Zhao. If you refuse to play the Labubu, you can play your Yeshengguang. I don't think Astra is better than Zhao, but it's an option now. It's a real option. That also means we can look at Seed again. We'll get to it when we talk about teams. Additionally, speaking of teams, they fixed stun multiplier interaction. It is still currently base 150, which is dependent on enemy, but now you can benefit from stun damage multiplier. So you can benefit from the 30% from Dialyn, you can benefit from Trigger, you can benefit from Qingyi. There is currently still a bug, which is teammate attacks reduce this while Yeshengguang is attacking. That is a bug that will hopefully get fixed, probably. If it's not a bug, they should probably update the description. We'll see what happens with that, but gotta mention it. Yeah, that is what's changed. So, reiterating, this is what her new gameplay is. Outside of the sword state, you're going to basic attack, you're going to use EX, and you're going to put up teammate veils until you have 6 sword intent. Once you have 6 sword intent, we're going to enter the sword stance. We can also enter the sword stance by using her ultimate. So when you can use your ultimate, you still will. This is the value of Dialyn. When we are in the sword stance, when we are M0, we are going to hold special. We're going to hold special. We're going to get a snack. We're going to watch some TV. Maybe scroll on TikTok while she's attacking. You know the drill. She plays herself now. After that, we're either going to do some basic attacks or we're just going to bail with the ultimate. We're not really doing that much damage anyway. Might as well start accumulating more resources to do it again. Bruh. Yes, you can play this character one-handed. That's not a joke. It's really not a joke. You can play this character with one hand. Now, you'll notice I said at M0. We're going to talk about M1 and M2. This is not something I normally do, but I need to fill 8 minutes for this video to be long enough to run ads. So, M1 doubles her core bonus. Her core bonus also technically got buffed. Doesn't matter. It went from 40% to 60% max. So don't worry about it. Her M1 doubles that gain, so it goes from 60% to 120%, and she will enter combat with 6 sword intent. Entering combat with 6 sword intent allows you to instantly enter the sword stance. It's daily farming stuff, same as Isha and M1. Yeah, M2. Useful for farming, but not that useful practically. But 60 damage bonus is 60 damage bonus is quite good. 60 damage bonus is quite good. Her M2 gives her a new resource called Harmony as she consumes Sword Will, or Sword Intent, and Harmony can be consumed by her EX special. So, we're going to use her basic attacks in her sword stance with M2. To consume 6 Sword Intent, after we do all of the basic attacks to consume Sword Intent with M2, we're going to hold special and then ultimate. So, the damage gain from M2 is now in the basic attacks that you're adding to your combo and your uptime. That is what her M2 currently does now. It's quite good. It is not nearly as flashy, but it still does have an aspect of gameplay that you're not getting otherwise. So, I'm okay with it. She currently doesn't have an M6, so we don't even need to worry about it. Her M4 replaces her entry attack with a chain attack. That's quite good. Now, teams. Yeah, we're not as dependent on Zhao. We can look at Zhao-less teams. But quickly, let's talk about the Zhao teams. Dialyn Zhao, Astra Zhao, Seed Zhao. Same as before. But here are the Zhao-less options. Dialyn Astra, Dialyn Seed, Seed Astra. Whoa. If you do not have Astra, you can of course use anyone else. You should hopefully have Zhao anyway. You know who's a great Astra substitute? Zhao. You can still use the Labubu anyway. You probably still want to use the Labubu. Zhao is probably still optimal. Probably. A Labubu on top. Attaboy, Labubu! We're gonna steal a picnic basket! Now, what else can I say? What do I think about these changes? The dramatic simplification of her combo screams to me like this is a reaction to people's impression of Banyue internally. It's very interesting. There will be a Banyue video coming. I'm not sure how. I want to be positive. I really do want to be positive, but I understand people's frustration about a character that is hard to play being worse than characters that are easy to play. It feels very similar to Harumasa. Granted, Banyue is not as bad as Harumasa was. Banyue is significantly better. But I do understand the frustration at the concept of him potentially being worse than Ithari. I want to ease people's concerns about this a little bit. Trust me, you can still be happy with Banyue. He's still quite good. Don't worry, he's not bad. But he is complicated in a kind of obnoxious way. And yes, Shunguang's changes feel like a reaction to that. Which is really interesting. This also means that Yes Shunguang has very little skill expression now, because her damage is essentially fixed in place. That will make her threshold dependent, because there's no execution difference. You're just holding special. Or, I shouldn't say no. Very little execution difference, because you will just be holding special. We'll see if they change that to make her more complicated, or if I'm missing something in this TLDR. But yeah, that is what is up with the changes. And yeah, Yes Shunguang is in a much better place than she was before. Ba-boom! We did it. We pulled up the video. Augers. Send it off to the editor. Get him working on it immediately. I send this file in chat. Bro, it's not even a paragraph. I'm stronger than East. I'm not gonna answer. It's way too early. It's way too early to answer that question. It's just a theory, a Banyue theory. Bruh. Piece pen ratio is still good. Yep, 2-piece pen ratio is still good. She has a lot of damage bonus. Oh, yo, hits the lion. Bruh. Yeah. So let's talk about Banyue now. He's complicated. He's complicated, and people are upset that there's not as much of a payoff for interacting with the complication. Right? I get it. I think Banyue really should be tuned to be a better character. It's a little upsetting that he's not. Because when you make a character that is complicated, you want them to have a big payoff. Zenless is proving complicated characters do not necessarily get big payoffs. Which is really backwards regarding game design. It means you can have a lot of fun with him as a toy. He's a fun toy. He'll be a really fun toy. If you like interacting with like Devil May Cry stuff, you'll enjoy him. I do think he's a little needlessly complicated. To be fair. He's a fighting game character. No, because the game doesn't have mechanics. He doesn't actually have combos. Everyone loves to call him a fighting game character. He can't launch enemies into the air and juggle them. He can't set up combos. It is a scripted combo. He's a fighting game character if the game is Mortal Kombat. He's not really successful. He's just complicated for the sake of being complicated. That's what I mean. When I say, like, he's not really a fighting game character. He is superficially. But he just has a kind of arbitrary layer of obfuscation between accessing his moves. He has 2 sets of basic attack strings for no reason. You think that Mortal Kombat joke was insane? It's real. It's real. It is real. Yeah, he's supposed to be like a Devil May Cry character, but you're not really choosing anything and you're not gaining anything for using the moves. You're just using whatever attacks have the highest multiplier, and that's it. There's no mechanics to interact with. Beef with Mortal Kombat. It's not beef with Mortal Kombat if that's how Mortal Kombat works. That is literally a game design principle for Mortal Kombat. Scripted combos. It's not slander. That's how it's designed. That's how the game works. Similarly, you could also say spamming the single high skill value move is also how Mortal Kombat works. But that one is more of slander. Bruh. Banyue is very good at giving you fun buttons to press, but you're not interacting with the mechanics that make that kind of thing interesting. It's a great way to give a character an expanded moveset, but you can't do anything with it. Mortal Kombat, it's mostly about spacing. Mortal Kombat is the least perfected fighting game. I know! That's why! I'm aware. I may not actually play fighting games. I'm very bad at them. But I'm aware of the game design behind a lot of them. I really like game design, okay? I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I do watch a lot of YouTube videos. It's literally just that there's no because he can't put enemies into the air to juggle them, there's no reason to have a combo. Right? Like that's what I mean by that. He doesn't interact with the enemies on the level of a Devil May Cry or a fighting game. He just doesn't. He interacts with himself, and he has the same scripted moves. Which moveset we only use half of it. That's not even it. That's not the problem. It's not the problem at all. But games are not about juggling? No, but cool combos are. No. Cool combos are. There's just... He lacks incentives to use different attacks, and there's just... There's ultimately no reason to... The combo is scripted. The combo is fixed. You're never doing anything differently. You're never reacting dynamically. He just has extra moves in his moveset that are difficult to reach. Is what I mean. Right? You're not dynamically reacting to scenarios besides his parry. It's why the parry is the most successful thing about him. People call him complicated because it's unnecessarily complicated. It is 4 attacks, yes. Each attack is 3 button inputs. It is complicated. It is complicated to access his attacks. That's why it's weird. Because there's not really a great reason to do that. It's cool and experimental, but I ultimately don't think it's successful. I think it's successful in the fact that they gave a character an expanded moveset. I think it's unsuccessful in the sense that there's very little reason to actually interact with it, beyond it just being required. It's really just flavor. There's not a mechanical, like, difference to the attacks. They are still just attack 1, attack 2, attack 3, attack 4. He just has more animations than usual. It is also... I'm gonna beat this to death because it's strange. It could have just been motion inputs. Hold special left, hold special right, hold special forward, hold special back. To access each of the attacks. He didn't need a second basic attack string. It could have just been special plus direction to access attack. That's what I mean when I say he's kind of needlessly complicated. I understand the idea was to have him access his attacks in any order instead of being a fixed sequence, but they could have just done this instead, and it would be a lot easier. It's strange. It's very strange. No, it's motion to activate his drain attack, which just, you can only do once per combat session anyway. He does have a auto combo, which is hold special. The fact that they had to add one is kind of like indicative of there being a problem. Yes, he does have an easily accessible bail state. Or like, he has a bail mechanic. So. Yeah, they were very excited to make him. I think it could have been more simple. I think Banyue is unsuccessful because it could have been more simple. It is... The inputs are needlessly complicated. Which is fair. Fair enough, because people love interacting with it. Which worse is the easy combo. It's weird because the easy combo is slower, so it changes a lot. It's weird. It's very weird. But people actually really, really like the inputs for Banyue. Actually don't agree, but I respect people who really do love it and find him really fun. If you are one of those people, you're going to find him as a really fun toy. Like, he's gonna be fun to play. Even if you're not doing the best damage in the game, he's gonna be really fun to play, and you'll like him if you like those kinds of inputs. If you want my opinion, it probably should have just been Direction Press Special. I think that would have been the right way to do it. You could also, like, 4 corners, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. Anyway. Yeah, his kit is fun. But he's got numbers issue, and he is needlessly complicated. People are not complaining about the complication. They're complaining about the numbers. Yes. I'm complaining about both. I'm actually more fixated on the complication because I think it's unnecessary. I think it could be streamlined, and I think it could be more approachable for more players, and they wouldn't have to compromise. Because it's very possible him having low numbers is a compromise. Or him being too difficult to interact with. Let's not, like, divorce this from that. It's not impossible that it's a compromise. Right. Deal numbers in exchange for existence? Not really, but essentially, like, I don't want to. I don't quite want to ignore the fact that maybe they nerfed him by 20% because players didn't like interacting with him, but they didn't want to change his identity. And this was the compromise. Make him not quite as strong, but keep the fun stuff. I wonder. That is super tinfoil hat. But I wonder. I do wonder. Yeshengguang complexity. They did just strip all complexity from Yeshengguang. Everything doesn't make sense. It's not like players are forced to pull. If a character is said to be the best character in the game, that does put a degree of pressure on the community to learn how to play a character or to pull a character in general. To be fair, that's not necessarily true. That is not necessarily true. I don't know. That's very tinfoil hat, but it's a theory. It really is a theory. A game theory? Well, based. Normal game design would indicate when a character is more complicated, or at least requires more inputs, they are better. Unfortunately, this is a gacha game. It doesn't always work logically. It's sabotage. Yeah. It's really interesting. But believe it or not, like, Banyue's not terrible. Despite what people will want you to believe, Banyue's not terrible. Even if you don't know how to play him, he's not terrible. Like, I know, right? Wild take. Despite what some people will have you believe, he's not terrible. You refuse to believe he's not terrible. Oh, God. He's like Maybe one Mindscape worse than Nidhari. Maybe. He's definitely not going to be a popular character. Like, just because of how complicated he is. People always Omega Doom the character for the Void Hunter to gaslight themselves into skipping. Yes. That is a form of bias. Yes. Yeah, you know what? Let's go with this. Let's say M1 Banyue is similar to M0 Nidhari. Sure. Let's go with that. I don't know if it's true, but we'll go with it. I like this idea. We will definitely run with it. $200 worse. If you want to credit me with something, I'll take that. I'll own up to that one. I think he might be one Mindscape worse. I will take that one. If you want to credit me with that one, I'll take it. That one I will take. Okay? Bruh. That might fuel the fire. It's not people trying to say he's 30% worse or 60% worse, because that's insane. And I'm a little tired of seeing that and seeing those numbers accredited to me, because it's not true. That's not something I'm standing by. Nor is it something I think I count myself either. Just people looking at the numbers on screen and trying to construct a narrative. I'd rather people say he's one Mindscape behind it, Hari. That's what I would rather people say. Ugh. So yes, if you want to credit me with saying something about Banyue's power, he is one Mindscape worse than Nidhari. Okay? Cool. Glad we're on the same level. Glad we're on the same scenario here. Okay? Cool. Isn't that worse than 30%? No. Holes. Okay. Whatever. What? I can't believe Banyue is worse than Soldier 11 by 300%. No way. No way. Lamau. My thoughts on Genshin releasing 3 pyro characters? I don't know. I don't have a strong opinion. I don't really care about Genshin right now. I have not been enjoying the game. I am in a financially difficult spot, and I cannot afford to pull Thurin. I maybe can't afford to pull Banyue either. We'll see. I don't really care about 3 pyro characters in Genshin. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I also don't think Durin is particularly good. No, I'm not factoring the M6 Yeshonglong. I'm not even thinking about that right now. She doesn't even have an M6. Shit! She doesn't even have an M6. Like, spoiler. Bruh. Yeah, I don't think Durin is particularly good. I'm not impressed by the Mondstadt buffs. I'm not impressed by Durin. You want me to talk about Genshin? I'll talk about Genshin. Durin is worse than Escoffier, and it doesn't really make sense. He does less damage, and he gives less buff than Escoffier. Why? He's literally more restricted. And he's forced to play with worse DPSs. Why is he worse than Escoffier? What a weird choice. He also doesn't heal. What a weird choice. What a, like, weird. It's really weird. I don't know. He has a really, really good M2, though. Durin is a really, really good M1, M2. Just straight up. He's not at the Xiangling upgrade. He is. The problem is Xiangling is bad now. The problem is, he is better than Xiangling, but the problem is that Xiangling isn't all that. Xiangling hasn't been all that for a very long time. Bruh. Also, why do people keep trying to call Durin a femboy? He's wearing a suit. He's just child-coded. Stop putting this boy in dresses. What's wrong with you people? Simp however you want, but weird. Bruh. Weird. What else do we have to say about Durin? Is Jingqiao a femboy? Debatably. Debatably, yes. Venti is as well. Bruh. That's besides the point. Actually, 1,000-year-old dragon? My god. Actually, technically no, because he's a reborn 1,000-year-old dragon. He's technically 1. But was Simalanka 2 years ago? He's technically 2? He's technically? Bruh. Anyway. Yeah, I'm not impressed by Durin. What a tangent, but I'm not impressed by Durin. I'm impressed kinda by the Klee buffs, but I don't care about Klee. I'm impressed by them turning Venti into a DPS, but I've never liked Venti. Maybe in a year when they buff the Leeway characters, I'll be interested. I'll check out the Ganyu buff and the Shenhe buff. Maybe. Venti can be a Varka support. He can be a Varka support. Zhongli buff, Xiao buff, Hu Tao buff. True. I think it's very frustrating that they're buffing the Mondstadt characters and making them as good as last year's characters. They're not up to the same standard as the current output, which is why it's specifically frustrating to me. They come pre-power craft. The buffs come pre-power craft. Why? Why would you do that? Why would you do... frustrating. Anyway, that's the real frustration for me, to be honest. That is my real frustration with it. The buffs aren't good enough. The buffs aren't good. Very similar to Zenless besides Anby. It is. The difference is these are Tier 1 characters. They haven't even been for sale. They literally have not even been for sale. Maybe they'll get an artifact set. Maybe they'll get an artifact set. Maybe that fixes everything. And because new characters is crazy, it's really not. Really not that crazy. We're never going back to Inazuma. Sad, but oh well. Care if they're for more popular. Who cares about Razor and Klee? Klee is technically popular. Maybe not recently, but Klee is technically popular. Razor is not, but Klee and Mona are. And Venti is as well. These are not unpopular. They may be popular. They may not be popular here, but they are technically popular characters. The wrong fan base. I don't know about the wrong fan base, but okay. Blade is really good. Base, I don't agree, but base. Venti is super popular. Believe it or not, people like Venti. For some reason, the same people who like Wanderer also like Venti. It's really weird, because Wanderer is mean, and Venti is not. They're like kind of opposites. It's very strange. Bruh. Venti's a troll. You like Venti but no Wanderer? Wanderer's very popular with women. Yeah, he is. I don't understand it, but he is. They think he has Riz. People think Wanderer has Riz, and I gotta respect it. I don't agree, but I do have to respect it. Wanderer's like, behold, you suck. It's my Wanderer impression. He's the one asshole in a sea of nice guys. Maybe. Oh, that is true. That is true. He's the one mean guy. Is that the same reason people like Chiori? She's the single mean girl? She's this. Chiori is also like a bitch. Completely. Bruh. He's like a tsundere. He's like a tsundere, but also he just kind of actively does hate people. He's more like Sun Sun. Sometimes. Forgot Chiori existed? No, you forgot Emily existed. Chiori isn't mean, she's just a hard ass. Fair enough, I guess. She's very contented. Chiori's fun. I do think Chiori's actually fun. Sandrone is mean. Sandrone is not actually as mean as Chiori, though. Chiori's confident. Sandrone has no confidence. Sandrone just yells a lot. and has like a short temper. It's not the same. It's not the same as Chiori going, ew. That's what Chiori does. She's not that mean. She would definitely look at someone and go, ew. Do not deny it. Enfield, I really like it. Bruh. Sandrone is more like, yeah, she's definitely more tsundere. Bruh. Hello.
Asset confirmed.
Yeah, I guess that's why
Preparing to
people
move
like
out.
Wanderer. Monia can beat up Rear. Yeah, I know. She does it to Ayato. She already looks at Ayato and goes, ew. In that one event, I know. Besides the point. She's real for that. Aido got so embarrassed he went home. He's like, I don't have to put up with this. I'm not dealing with this. I'm going. You have fun. Yui Mia can replace me. Bruh. Chiori is fun. I do remember Chiori. I do. Bruh. If we call Emily a forgotten character, what do we call Ayato? I was having this conversation earlier. Shout out Zenless story spoilers thread for speculating. What if Yishien is like this game's Ayato? Where you can play him without Yes Shongong and he won't actually be a Yes Shongong support. And you know what I said? I don't even want to see the community reaction if Yishien is this game's Ayato. Small reminder, Ayato is like top 3 worst DPS in the game. Ayato is top 3 worst limited DPS in the game, I should say. I don't even want to know what the community reaction would be if they released an Ayato in this game. Very similarly, Ayato was teased since 2.0 until he was like very rapidly introduced. Ito's fun. I like Ito a lot. I like Ito a lot, actually. It's impossible to forget Ito. I know it was fun when he released. Sort of. Sort of, yeah. Ito was mostly fun because of his voice actor. Or his voiceover in every language, really. He's got Riz. He's got Riz. Ito's got Riz. Why are more people not simping for Ito? Ito has Riz. Ito definitely has Riz. He shows up at all the events? Yeah, because he's got Riz. Who else has Riz? There are only so many characters that have Riz that they can keep using. Chiori, Furina, Hutao, Ito, and that's like it. That's like it. That's really it. No one else has that much Riz. Venti? Sure, Venti. Like Zhongli has Riz. Fair enough. Bruh. Kaya? I don't like Kaya. I don't like... Actually, I don't like Kaya. Risley, despite his name being Risley, he does not have much Riz. He has a very good look, though. Risley has a great design. Risley really has a fantastic design. He also looks good in-game, which is very impressive for a male character in Genshin. Bruh. Bruce Lee is a very well-designed character. Anyway, that's besides the point. Bruh. Barca. I have not done the Nodcry story, and I will not do the Nodcry story, so I know nothing about Barca. Sorry. Sorry, I know nothing about Barca. I'm sure he's a nice guy.
I'll protect you from
Bruh.
any danger.
So boring. It's so boring. It's sorry, it's so boring.
I can help you ward off misfortune and disaster.
I can't force myself to sit through it anymore. Who is the single most fun character to play in Genshin? You have answered your own question. I agree.
Hey dear, what kind of fun job have you got me into this weather? The night emissary's hollow adventure is a go!
Bruh. Chongyun Riz. Bruh. Popsicle Riz.
Don't worry.
Good work. Shift. Cycle of yin and yang.
Naya.
Out to cream.
I don't think it matters whether or not they delayed Naya. The game is how it is now. It wouldn't matter whether or not Naya was delayed. I am not going to get enough resources.
It's sealed.
Well, that's fine. Just going to improvise.
Won't take much.
Swift yet still. Clear yet murky.
The hunt begins.
An an opening. Keep your guard up.
Damn.
Obliterate form and spirit. Release.
Hello? This is the end for you! Intercept! Seal! Free!
This guy, he looks like
What a nuisance.
looks like Aizen. He's always looked like Aizen. My story is good. I don't care. It's boring. I don't care how theoretically good it is. If I'm not entertained, I'm not enjoying it, and I'm not engaged. It can be about whatever high fantasy concept they want. That doesn't make it a good story. I know, hot take. Not a lot, more like none since the start. They haven't released one yet. This is really loud. High stakes. It's very high concept. I just don't give a shit. It is very high concept, but I simply just do not give a shit.
Leave it to me.
Story being complicated doesn't interest me.
Got one for complaints. Bobby Ethereal.
Concentrate. Great. Focus. Obliterate form and spirit.
Pay close attention to what I'm saying.
Release. Your fate is sealed. Allow me.
Oh, I don't have decibels. Ah,
Don't get careless.
oops. That's fine.
Yet still.
Oops.
Hello? This is the end for you.
Starrel, yeah, that's a great example. What? Answer me this. Riddle me this, Batman. What is Emporius really about?
Easy peasy.
It's got a lot of bullshit sci-fi fantasy, but what's it actually trying to say? What's the point?
The time is now. Power attack hotline.
Evil shall be purged.
About getting married? Probably is. It probably
Yet still.
probably is about getting married.
Scatter. Your fate is sealed.
A War Between Eons, that is still not a story. There's still... Maybe you didn't understand the question.
Unforgivable. Wait. Premium support.
Swift yet still. Clear yet murky.
Thanatos Storm. Forward. Turn around. Smash them.
Like, I will keep going. A guy was mad he made God, now he tried to kill God. Okay. It's still not a concept. Okay. Still not saying anything. maybe you misunderstood the question.
Let's make this quick. Cycle of yin and yang. The time is
This won't take much.
Your fate is sealed.
Is there like the human experience? Yes. That is the question. What's the point? Question is, what's the point?
An opportunity. Swift yet still, clear yet murky.
About the power of friendship? It actually might be. Actually, but I'm not sure because no one can answer the question. Wow, he just blocked that entirely. He just. Well, the allegory of the cave. That would at least be interesting. If it's about the allegory of the cave, that's interesting.
Leave it to me.
Cycle of yin and yang. As decreed.
Phone's ringing. Wanna play a game?
Your phone's ringing.
Pay close attention to what I'm saying.
Evil shall be purged.
I don't think I can wait.
Your fate is sealed.
That doesn't know. It doesn't mean there wasn't one. No, but it does mean it isn't a very well told story. No, that's what it does mean. If Chet doesn't know, this shouldn't be a hard question. It's not a trick question. It shouldn't be that hard. It shouldn't be. Someone should be able to easily know the answer to this question.
Too late for that.
Hot take, I know. Yes, this was not meant to be a hard question.
This won't take much.
Swift yet still, clear yet murky.
Hey. Premium support.
Evil shall be purged. Your fate is sealed.
What is Zenless' story about? Nothing. It's about cute characters doing cute things. Season 2, or specifically this one, wants to be about like what makes a person. It's what Banyue's story is. That's why Dialyn keeps repeating that he failed the exam to determine if he had sentience. Bruh. Like, technically, there is something there. I kind of just don't care. There's...
Reality and illusion. Cycle of yin and yang.
And I don't pretend like Zenless has a peak story, just because things happen.
It's not over yet. Shift.
Slumber in the mist. Hello, hot.
Swift yet still, clear yet murky.
Oh, the Turing test? Yes. All I want are like fun characters. That's all I want. I want fun character interactions. That's literally all I want. Doesn't matter. Nothing else really matters to me. That's all I want. I just want fun interactions. I want memorable character beats.
Don't worry.
Let's get still.
Keeping its characters in close proximity. You know, they haven't done it very much lately. It's kind of been one of the problems with Season 2. They just haven't been taking advantage of their biggest strength.
I'll back you up.
Evil shall be purged. Concentrate. Cycle of yin and yang. Your fate is sealed.
Oh shit. Do it again.
Let's get still. Clear yet murky. Don't get careless.
Yeah, that's close enough.
Turn around. Smash them.
Yeah, that's good enough.
So, this is the end for you. Faithful companion. Leave my home. This day is mine. Intercept. Piece of cake. Wanna play a game?
Good.
Shift.
Close enough. That's fine. I choked, but that's fine.
Evil shall be purged. It's almost.
Hey. I'll back you.
Your fate is sealed.
Yeah, choke.
Get still.
That's okay.
Let's get still. Clear yet murky.
Yeah, that's okay.
Shadow.
An opening.
Choke of the century? Yes, but whatever.
The verdict is unforgivable.
Concentrate.
This won't take much. Turn around.
Reality and illusion.
Bruh. Those are no resources. Ishan! Do something, please. Dialyn, help me. No resources. Sad. Filler arc. I think the angels are gonna be. Yes, we know that for a fact. Okay, we don't know it for a fact, but we know it for a fact. They are after Yasungong. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of pushing buttons and trying to see if cool stuff happens. I'm not playing correctly,
Yin and yang.
but that's okay.
Pretty cool.
An opening. What a nuisance.
Ooh.
She and mind as one.
You can technically force stun this boss. Sort of. Sort of. Yeah, some Guang is gonna be great. You can just look at chat. Yeah, I know. Dialyn can force stun, but you don't get the full fourth stun unless you're very lucky. You, generally speaking, will not. Unless you just are that good, but like, that good at getting perfect RNG. That's really all it is. It is just RNG. Not right. Not what I wanted to do. Yes, I know 2BC crit is so much worse than 2BCR. People seemed to have missed that in my Dialyn video. I said it's not negotiable, and someone goes, "Is it not negotiable even if I drop below 100 crit?" Literally the first comment. You want to talk about, like, his brain damage. I just... People are so fixated on needing to cap out these abilities. I don't know why. I really don't know why. People are super fixated on it. They always do. Well, I know why. It's no CD. Round numbers are appealing, but... Ugh. Yes, 2BCR is non-negotiable. If you're curious what I'm using, this is Engine 2BCR ER slot 6. If you wanted to know what this Dialyn build is.
Got one for complaints. If you spot an ethereal, phone's ringing.
Cycle of yin and yang.
Dialyn!
Evil shall be purged. As decreed. Don't take more faith. It's sealed.
Pull into Dialyn. I am kind of broke. I'd like to, but I'm kind of broke. We will see.
What a nuisance.
It won't be until the end of the banner if I do it at all.
Hello? This is the end for you.
That's on Butler Bill? No. You realize that days is important, right? I'm sure you realize.
Wanna play a game? Got one for complaints. Like a shadow.
Allow me.
Oops. Let's go.
Let's get still. It's almost time.
This won't take much.
Scatter. Swift yet still. Clear yet murky. Seize them. Evil shall be purged. Concentrate.
What is he doing?
Complaint? Too late for that. Faithful companion.
Dialyn pulls them out. I'm not spending more of it right now. Hold on. Bruh. Thank you. Finish him, please.
Cycle of yin and yang.
Hey.
That one was better. Anyway. The one chain, one ult with Dialyn Evelyn? Yes. Yes, it is. Ugh. I tried Dialyn with Hellfire Gears. Yes. Is the ER difference that bad? No. I found it pretty indistinguishable. I found Hellfire Gears really good.
Rep 2493.
I really like Hellfire Gears. The downside to Hellfire Gears, it is hard to get infinite crit rate with Hellfire Gears, but get over it. It's fine. You can have 88 crit rate. You can have 80 crit rate, and Hellfire Gears is very good. The big advantage of her engine is mostly, or Yesterday Calls, is mostly that it makes her easier to gear. That's the big thing. It's mostly what it does. Never understood why people didn't like TVs. It's called a pace breaker. And it interrupts the gameplay. It is not, it's not good. The game doesn't keep moving. The game stops and starts constantly. TVs are an absolute mistake. They do not work fundamentally. They did not work fundamentally. Combat in this game is really fun. Why would you constantly try to take players out of the combat? Why would you ever do that? Why would you? It's like needing to enter a menu every time you start Deadly Assault, or between every Deadly Assault run. You want to keep things going. You don't want to stop and start. It's very simple. It's really very simple. You just want to do more combat because that's what's fun about the game. It's what works. Anything that gets in the way of that is bloat. And is ultimately harmful to the product. TVs are optional. You can choose not to do them now. They still break the flow with storytelling. It's a separate issue, and I completely agree. That's a completely separate issue, and I know it's such a problem. I complain about it every time. As long as we're on the same page that it's a problem, I approve. Ugh. Okay. Why would I want M2 Dialyn? It's 20% stun multiplier and 15 damage bonus. That's it. It's just more buff. It's not that big of a deal. It is just more stats. It's not that big. Definitely not that big of a deal. I'm not that fussed about it. But the idea was I was looking at Ye Xiongguang and M2 Dialyn is beneficial. That's really what it is. The resource gain from M1. On which character? Ye Xiongguang, it's when you enter combat. It's for farming your drive discs. Ye Xiongguang's is for farming your drive discs every day. The same way, here, I'll demonstrate. This is what Yeshunguang M1 will look like. Oh, Dialyn? It allows you to do the double ult thing more easily. Or the triple ult thing, technically. I guess it's triple ults, but it makes it easier to do that.
Let's get still.
That's what Yeshunguang M1 will let you do. Bruh. That's what Yeshunguang M1 is for. Spoiler. Yeah. I guess that's all I've got for the day. We'll be back tomorrow with more exciting stream stuff. I'll be live earlier. And hopefully the Yeshunguang update video will be ready. You can just like instantly put that out. Can we do a raid? Yes, we can. Here you go, chat.